Hi everyone, I am finally done with tweaking and measuring and creating, and I think I finally have it down pat for the stick pin holders. Okay, so this was the first one that I tried, and I talked about how the paper was too busy, how I needed to put a lip on it, things like that. And and then when I went back to the drawing board, I decided that I wanted to make it larger to fit 4 stick pins in, because the swap that I'm in is 4. So what I did was cut the base, which is going to be 2.5 by 6 3/4. And then your first score line for this one, I like to turn it this way first to do the bottom, which that one is going to be 1 inch. And then if you're using the Martha Stewart scoreboard, you can just go over 3 notches, which should put you at 1 3/8 inch. And then turn it this way, and you're going to come in 2.5 inches and score, and then count 3, which should put you at 2 7/8 inch. And then take your bone folder and crease it to create what I like to call the lip and the front cover. So you should have that. Now when you get to the point where if you want to put a background paper, like I mentioned on the black and white one, I could have left it the way it was, but if I had did say like a black background to be in the inside, then you can cut another one, and I inked the edges of this one just so you can see, so like when you place it in, and it will come out there. So this one, if that's how you want to decorate it, this one measures at 2 1/4 by 6 1/2, and I always do my bottom score lines first, which this one is 7/8 of an inch, and then go over 3 notches, and that should be 1 1/4. And then turn it this way on the scoreboard, and you're going to come in 2 3/8 inches, and then 2 3/4. And the last piece you want to cut is the actual base to hold the stick pins that you're going to stick the stick pins in, but it's going to be this way. And that piece is going to be 2.5 by 3 1/4, and you're just going to score starting at excuse me, starting at 1/2 inch, and then do every 3/8 inch, which would be 7 1/8, 1 1/4, and then 1 5/8. And then you can turn it over, but the 2 outer scores should fold the same way, and then the 2 inner scores fold the same way to create what I like to call the bridge. So, and then again, if you don't want to use a inner background, if it's just going to be solid, or you want to decorate it like one of the other ones that I have coming up, but you just want to make sure that when you put this together, I found that on one of my prototypes that I went too far up into this fold line here, so when I go to close it, it's bending, and I actually punched the edges. I'll show you, but it's bending. So you just want to make sure that they're not actually in the crease itself, and it folds over like this and close, and your stick pins will go in here. So let me show you some of the ones I've done. This was the first one after I came up with that idea. This is the satin ribbon that I made. I'm going to talk really fast. I have 3 minutes left. And this is the inside. So instead of doing a whole piece of the background inside, I just cut a piece of the same double-sided cardstock, put some gems up there, inked the edges. I put some black cardstock as my my stick pin base, and What I didn't like about this one was, if you look through the side, you see how the cardstock kind of has a V? That came from me trying to stick the pins in. So I didn't like that, but I did try to coordinate the stick pins that I made to match the paper, the cardstock that I used. So that was the second one after this one. And then the third one I did, I tried to go with more softer colors, put a little ribbon on it. And then I actually did do the inner base one, the background base, with some yellow, did a heart, some jewels, and this is where I said I punched it, but I didn't put it down far enough on this end, and when I close it, it keeps folding over. So again, try to match the paper, and I really don't like how you can see through it, and I didn't put the glue down, so I went back to the drawing board again. I do like this is embossed. I don't know if you can see the shininess. Okay, I have 2 minutes left. Now this one is the last one, and I did this one thinking of my mother, so I am happy with this one. I did the ribbon like I mentioned before, and I actually took a piece of cardstock and put it on the side because I found some styrofoam that came in a package, and I cut like 1/8 inch of the styrofoam because when I got to this one, I figured if I would pierce the holes first, it wouldn't create that little bend like it did on this one. But it still was difficult to stick the pins in and have them sturdy. So let me show you. And this is the shabby chic pearl flower that I made. And I left the ribbons long because I am going to give this to my mom, and I want her to be able to tie it back. So I did the background. I actually distressed the edges and inked it. These this I think is Ziva, I'm not sure, but someone gave me this as a birthday present, so I thank you. And what I did was I did my EK Success layer butterfly punch with the same paper, and then put the brown in the background and the stick pins, but you can't see it because I covered it, but I have a couple of pieces of this that I cut to fit, so when I stick my stick pins in, I don't have to force it. It just goes right in, and I love it. So thanks for watching. I wish I had more time. Let me know what you guys think, but this is my version of the stick pin holder. Thank you.